In the heart of a busy city, beneath the glittering lights of a high society, a wedding like no other was about to unfold, one that would shatter lives and reveal dark secrets hidden beneath the surface. This is the story of Temitope, a woman jilted at the altar, humiliated before millions, and forced to disappear, only to return years later with a plan for revenge that would consume everyone she once loved. Hey guys, please don't forget to subscribe to this channel, like, share this story with your family and loved ones, and stay tuned as we dive deeper into the more intriguing parts of this story you don't want to miss. Thank you. The city buzzed with excitement. It wasn't just another high society wedding. It was the wedding the bride, Temitope Ayinde, heiress to a pharmaceutical empire, the groom, Obinna Eze, tech entrepreneur and media darling. The event was televised across the whole country, streaming live on all social media platforms. Celebrities arrived in luxury cars, cameras flashed. The cathedral was bathed in gold and ivory flowers. Temitope stepped out of the Rolls Royce, her Vera Wang gown glistening in the sun. She looked like a queen. Her father held her hand tightly. "You deserve the joy, Tope. Never forget that." She smiled nervously as she walked down the aisle with her father. But just as the priest asked if anyone had objections, Obinna stepped forward. "I'm sorry. I can't marry you. This whole thing is a lie." Temitope cheated with my best man. Everybody was stunned. Cameras zoomed in. The best man, Nnamdi, looked stunned as well. Temitope was shaking. "What are you saying? This is not true." Obinna walked out. People stood in shock. Some booed, others whispered. Temitope collapsed, weeping, humiliated on national TV. 2 days later, Temitope's car was found abandoned near a lagoon. Inside, her shoes, her phones, and a letter. "I have been shamed, lied on, broken. Let the world believe what it wants. I can't live like this." Her family was devastated. Vigils were held. Hashtags trended. Hashtag justice for Temitope. Hashtag Temitope forever. Temitope's dead body was never found. What no one knew was that Temitope had planned her disappearance. The letter was a bait, the shoes a diversion. She had spent months preparing for this. At midnight, she crossed the border with a fake passport. By dawn, she was in Morocco. By the next week, she was in Spain. Temitope Ayinde was dead. Zainab Afolabi was born. Temitope had to work as a waitress under the name Zainab. She had a low cut, got braces, and enrolled in night school. At dawn, she studied journalism. At night, she cleaned offices. Her eyes burned with a single goal to return, but not as a victim. One day, at a hotel bar, she overheard a Nigerian businessman laughing about Obinna's latest business deal. "That boy's untouchable now. He's married, pregnant wife owns a TV station. He even got a federal contact." Zainab clenched her glass. She smiled to herself. "Then it's time, let the show begin." 4 years later, the city has changed a lot, but not as much as Zainab had changed. She walked through the airport in a tailored Ankara dress. Sunglasses hid her gaze. No one recognized her. Her skin was slightly tanned, her accent westernized. But beneath the transformation was a young girl determined to have her revenge. Her first stop was in a modest Airbnb. From there, she began digging. She followed Obinna's life like a hawk. He had remarried Chioma Ibe, a fashion influencer and a TV presenter. They had a son and were expecting another. Zainab got a new ID, rented a small office, printed fake credentials. Zainab standing in front of a mirror and smiling. They took my life. Time to take theirs apart. Using her new identity, Zainab applied for the position of a personal assistant to Chioma Eze. She dressed modestly, flawless English. Within days, she was hired. Chioma liked her immediately. Chioma said to her, "You have this calming energy." "Zainab, are you married?" Zainab responded, "No ma, I'm focused on my work." She moved into the guest quarters of their home. By night, she planted cameras, and by day, she smiled. Zainab studied their routines, Obinna's arrogance, Chioma's growing frustration, the silent tension between them. She watched from the shadows, recorded their arguments, cloned their phones. She discovered Obinna's secrets, hidden offshore accounts, private chats with exes, abuse allegations paid off. Zainab wrote everything in a secret journal. "He's not a man, he's a max, and I will rip it off layer by layer," Zainab said, smiling. Zainab began her sabotage. First, she replaced Chioma's prenatal vitamins with one that caused nausea, not dangerous but frustrating. Secondly, she sent Chioma screenshots of Obinna flirting with another woman. Chioma was frustrated. "Zainab, look at this. Did you see it?" Zainab was playing dumb. "Oh, no ma. Maybe it's an old chat." She booked media interviews for Obinna and then cancelled them last minute, citing medical emergencies. The cracks widened. Obinna grew paranoid. "Someone is messing with me." Zainab smiled from within. Obinna's best man, Nnamdi, who was framed for sleeping with Temitope, came back to the city. He was broke, jobless, and sick. Zainab trailed him and followed him to a bar. Zainab walked up to Nnamdi in the bar. "Do you remember me? Don't you? Temitope." Nnamdi was shocked. "She's dead. She killed herself." Zainab responded, "Or maybe she disappeared because someone lied." Nnamdi panicked. "He made me do it. He made me lie against her, gave me fake tests and paid me off. I'm so sorry. Please forgive me." Zainab gave him her number. "One day, you will testify on camera, but keep this meeting a secret." One night, Chioma overheard Obinna on a call conversation with a woman. "Just get the money out of that account. Use your cousin's name. I don't care how." She recorded it. Later, she confronted him. "What are you hiding? Who is Sandra and why are you moving funds?" Chioma said. "Stay out of this, woman. Who the hell do you think you are to question me?" Obinna responded sharply and shoved her by the side and walked out of the room. Zainab walked in and helped Chioma up, consoled her, and also revealed her identity to Chioma. "You are not the only one he has hurt. He destroyed someone once, but she's not broken anymore." Chioma stared at Zainab. The veil was lifted. "You are Temitope?" Zainab nodded yes. Silence stretched between them. Then Chioma poured a glass of wine and offered one to Zainab. "Let's burn him together," Chioma said. They spent the night sharing secrets, evidence, and timelines. Zainab handed Chioma a flash drive. "This is the confession he forced Nnamdi to make. We leak it during the next family event. The scandal will be national." Chioma agreed with Zainab. "Then let's plan it well. His brother is getting married next month. What better stage do we need other than that?" They shook their hands. Enemies turned sisters. A storm was coming. The unholy alliance between Zainab and Chioma was sealed under dim lamplight. Behind the curtains of Chioma's luxury penthouse, they sat crossed-legged on the Persian rug, a steaming kettle of hibiscus tea between them, but the warmth stopped there. The room was cold with fury and unspoken vows. Chioma said softly, Obinna changed after the wedding, cold, distant. Then I found out the burner phone. Messages to his ex, lies upon lies. Zainab responded, he was always a master of performance, but even the best actor sleep. It is time we write his final scene. Chioma handed over a stack of company documents, coded back records, dummy transactions, falsified tax returns. Zainab's eyes gleamed. This was more than revenge, it was war. Zainab said quietly, I will trigger an anonymous audit. Leak this to investigative journalists. The empire will crumble from within. They clinked teacups, not in celebration, but a promise sealed in silence. Within a week, whispers turned to headlines. TV anchored this. Justin, allegations of massive fraud have rocked the Obinna-Eze conglomerate. Obinna's villa became a fortress. Guards tripled, staffs were interrogated, phones were confiscated. Obinna to his lawyer, find the mole, I want names, everyone's a suspect. He began sleeping in his office, muttering to himself. His face showed deep cracks, eyelid twitching, lips dry. Zainab watched from afar. Her hidden cameras inside the house captured everything, every panic, every curse. Then one night, it escalated. Chioma had asked about her missing insurance documents. Obinna, cornered and pressured, slapped her. She fell back, stunned, not from the pain, but from realization. When Zainab arrived, Chioma didn't need to speak. Her swollen cheek said enough. Zainab placed her hand over Chioma. At the next wedding, he will learn what it feels like to lose everything in front of the world. Obinna's younger brother Shuka sent an embossed wedding invitation, a high society affair. Chioma insisted the family hire a trusted wedding planner, Zainab, under a false identity. No one questioned it. Her portfolio dazzled. Within days, she had access to everything. The couple's itinerary, hotel floor plans, even VIP guest information. Chioma handed a flash drive to Zainab. Hidden cameras, conference room, bridal suit control booths. I want his guilt broadcast to the nation. Zainab nodded. He ruined one wedding. Let's make sure he never ruins another. In a run-down guest house outside the city, Zainab and Chioma met Nnamdi. He was gaunt, eyes sunken, lips trembling. Nnamdi shaking. I thought she was dead. I never meant. He said it was just to scare her off. Chioma, you told the world she cheated, that she slept with you. You knew it was a lie. Nnamdi started crying. He offered me 10 million naira. I was drowning in debt. I didn't know it would go this far. They pressed record. He spoke for 22 minutes, recounting everything. The bribe, the staged photos, the fake test, how Obinna rehearsed the altar rejections for days. Zainab was staring at him. You sold my name, you sold my life. They uploaded the confession to multiple press outlets with a timed embargo. The bomb was about to detonate. The secret went live at dawn. Headline: Truth behind the wedding scandal. Groom paid off best man to destroy bride. The city stopped. Zainab's photo, before and after, graced every screen. Talk shows dissected it. Morning radio boozed. Bloggers flooded their pages. Obinna's mansion became a zoo. Protesters gathered outside. Obinna to his PR team. Spin it, deny it, blame it on deepfakes. I don't care how, just fix this. But Zainab's trap was too perfect. Chioma smiled, sitting comfortably on a sofa with a glass of champagne. He thinks he's at war, but he's in a funeral, his own funeral. The wearing's done. They still had one last act, she said to herself. The wedding eve, the venue shimmered with gold and white decor. Zainab, in disguise, walked through each room with a checklist, but she was planting more than table setting. Hidden mics, cameras, backup drives. Chioma snuck into the groom's lounge and switched Obinna's cufflinks. One contained a listening device. Chioma said to herself, "For every lie you whispered, let the truth echo louder." In a private suite, Chioma and Zainab rehearsed the final parts. Zainab said, "At exactly 2:43 p.m., the screen plays Nnamdi's confession. Then I walk on stage and speak." Chioma, "As if he tries to run." Zainab, "He won't. He will freeze. He is a coward with cameras on." The wedding hall brimmed with senators, CEOs, and socialites. Zainab, dressed as a coordinator, moved like a ghost. No one recognized her. Chioma, 9 months pregnant, sat at the high table with practiced grace. Obinna paced. "Where is the officiant? Why is the AC humming like that? Where is my..." Before he could finish what he was saying, the lights dimmed. At exactly 2:43 p.m., the screen lit up. Nnamdi's face appeared. Gaps swept the hall. Cameras flashed. A glass shattered. Nnamdi on the video. "Obinna offered me 10 million naira to lie. He rehearsed the scene. He wanted to humiliate her." People turned to Obinna. "This is lies," Obinna shouted. "This is fake." Then Zainab appeared, standing at the center of the aisle. She removed her wig. The crowd shouted. Zainab took the mic. Her voice was calm and cold. "4 years ago, I died. Not physically, but in every way that mattered. The man I loved destroyed me on live television, but I rose and I came back to watch him fall." She spoke of the betrayal, the lies, the media frenzy. Chioma joined her. Chioma said, "And I was next, a wife to a man who wears mask, who has double face. But I chose truth. I chose justice." Obinna launched at them, but security swarmed in. Obinna screaming, "You think this is over? You think you've won?" He was dragged out as guests murmured, some filming him, some crying. A wedding that was meant to be filled with celebration and laughter seemed like a funeral. A month later, Obinna sat behind bars. Fraud, assault, defamation. The charges stacked like bricks. His assets were frozen, his name removed from the company boards. Zainab refused interviews. She walked the streets in silence. Chioma and Zainab linked up once more. Chioma said to Zainab, "They wanted you to be a symbol, but you were a survivor." Zainab replied, "No, I'm a scar, and scars don't speak, they remind." Zainab visited her parents' grave, placed roses. Zainab whispers, "Your daughter didn't break, she burned, and in that fire, she found truth." On a misty morning, Zainab walked to the same lagoon bridge where she once left her car. She wore white, not for purity, for closure. She opened a small box. Inside was Temitope's engagement ring, a childhood photo, and an original wedding invitation. One by one, she dropped them in the water. "Rest, Temitope. The world never deserved your kindness, but your pain wasn't in vain." She turned away. The city behind her buzzed, unaware that a ghost has finally let go. She didn't look back, not anymore. In the aftermath, justice took its course. Zainab's revelation brought down Obinna's empire, but also sparked painful reckonings for all involved. Temitope's story is a haunting reminder that betrayal can destroy, but resilience can rebuild. Revenge may burn bright, but healing often lies beyond the ashes. Hey lovelies, if you enjoyed this story, please don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more gripping tales from the African story tales of Ebi. Share your thoughts in the comment section. What would you do if you were betrayed like Temitope? I'll be waiting for you in the comment section. Thank you.